Hello, everyone. As you might be able to tell, the energy has changed because I don't like this album. We're talking about Rosenrot, the 2005 Rammstein album. Now, I remember being excited before this came out because, I don't remember if they had a MySpace page or something, but like, I was aware of it before its release. So I went to Best Buy on purpose looking for this album when it came out, and I was excited. I bought it, and I was bitterly disappointed because I dislike 6 out of 11 tracks on this album. And I don't just mean like, they're fine, but like, I don't really go out of my way to listen to them. I mean, like, I actively don't ever want to hear these songs again. And that's the way that I have felt about this since 2005, and I still feel that way about it now, where I like about 5 songs on this album. One of them is basically a guilty pleasure, so it's not even really a full endorsement. And then I could just throw the rest of it in the trash. I don't fucking like a majority of the songs on this album, and that is a really bitter disappointment when you're, a kid, you don't have a job, you don't like make money that you can spend however you see fit, right? You have very limited options, especially if you're someone who didn't grow up around money like I did, right? I mean, not I grew up around money. I mean, like, I did not grow up around money. I don't know if I phrased that confusingly. It felt like I did. I didn't have money when I was a kid, is what I'm saying. So buying something that was disappointing or getting someone to buy you something that was disappointing is the worst feeling when you're in that position, right? Because, like, as an adult, like, yeah, I'd be pissed off to spend money on something that sucks. But, like, I don't know. I can go to work and get money and buy something else and make it up to myself or whatever. But as a kid, it's not like that. So when I got this album, man, I was so frustrated. Because it's like, fuck, I actively dislike 6 tracks on this 11-track album, which leaves us 5. And like I said, one of them is basically just a guilty pleasure. Or it's like a song I can listen to and I like laugh, but it's not a song that I'm like, oh yeah, this is a really great song. So picking my top 3 is kind of weird in this case because it's 3 out of 5, which is a pretty big drop off from the first 3 albums for sure. Because, I mean, yeah, like, I liked one more track off of Rise, like, numbers-wise. That one was 6 out of 11 positive. But somehow this makes it feel a lot worse. The 1-track difference here in tracks that I enjoy makes it feel like substantially lesser. And also, like I'm saying here, these are not songs that are simply like, they're okay, but they're not like, very, they don't jump out and make me want to listen to them again. It's not like that. It's like, I really don't like these songs. So I'm just going to do my top 3, because this is like frustrating to talk about this album. I really have never liked this one, and I still definitely don't. But I guess my third pick is going to go to Zerstören, even though I think it's maybe a little too long and it kind of runs its course before it hits the end of its runtime. It's still pretty cool, and it's also very aggressive, and it comes after a lot of really fucking boring ass songs. So that's sort of nice, at least with its placing in the album or the track listing. My number 2 pick, I think, is going to go to Mann gegen Mann, because, I mean, that's just a good song. Honestly, it is a good song. And then my number 1 pick is going to go to Rosenrot, which I do think is a really good song, and it also has a really pretty good music video, actually. Now the other thing that's kind of disappointing about this album is the songs that I did like off of Rise, I really like them, right? Like, Mein Teil is one of my favorite Rammstein songs. So, like, I got that, like, super, like, value out of those 6 songs, where it's like, okay, it's only 6 out of 11, but those 6 are ones that I really like. This is not that case, where, like, here's all the songs I like. I'm just going to list the 5 tracks I like, and you can assume anything I didn't name I dislike. Okay? So, Benzene, Man gegen Mann, Rosenrot, Zerstören, and the guilty pleasure is Te Quiero Puta. Everything else on this album I don't like at all. Like, I actively dislike. So the thing that sucks is those 5 tracks I listed are as the ones that I'm like fine with, that I'll listen to again. None of those are near my top favorite Rammstein songs. Like, not even close. They're just like acceptable, right? They're enjoyable enough. But like, I don't know. It was such a bitter disappointment at the time, and I still feel that pretty significantly at this point. So yeah. Just a shame. Yeah, this might in fact be my least favorite Rammstein album. I have to hold off on saying that because I need to go listen to. There's one album that I'm really not familiar with. I need to re-listen to it before I make that declaration. But by the time we get to the self-titled album, the one that's just the picture of the matchstick on the white background, at that point, I will know for a fact what is my least favorite album, because I don't know that I listened to this album. I may have like accidentally skipped it and never gone back to it or whatever. So for now, I'm gonna say it. Rosenrot is my least favorite Rammstein album, and it is like a bitter disappointment for me, especially off of the fucking massive success of those first 3 albums and like half of the 4th album being really good, and then this one is like some okay songs and then some ones that I really don't like. So that's enough of that. Sorry, I've had this pent up fucking resentment towards this album for many years. The next album though is Liebe ist für alle da, which, granted, there's a bunch of songs off of this next one that I don't remember, so I do look forward to re-listening to it, because I remember the songs that I for sure like, and we'll see what I think about the ones that I don't remember as well. So I'll see you guys in the next video, and we'll talk about that in that one. So thank you for watching. Take care.